Welcome everybody. Let's take a look at live cattle futures for November 15th, 2021. These are the December 2021 contracts. The symbol is /LE, and that is the only symbol you can trade that I know of for live cattle futures. In other words, there's no E mini or E micro. So let's take a look and see what happened today. The December contracts today close at 131.775. Boy, they've just been trading straight flat. Just flat. And the 50-day moving average is 127.65. And it's been rising just a little bit here. Just a little bit on the average, still rising. Okay. But I think I said this last week and continue to talk about this. Seeing some weakness here. Yellow dots, the logic behind these indicators that I put in here is suggesting there's going to be potentially prices declining. But so far, they haven't done that. They have just, well, they've kind of done that a little bit. But a whole lot of really small candlesticks for the last, 4 or 5 days here, just trading sideways right around this high 131. Let's see, what was it on the 9th? It closed at 132.25. On the 10th, it closed at 132 flat. On the 11th, 131 7/8. And then on, let's see, that would have been Friday, the 12th, closed 133.775. I'm sorry, 131.775. And today, exact same close. Really small, well, fairly small range, only 80 cents. So not a lot of range, not like back here where you have a range, of $1.375, and over here you had $2.43. So really small days in here. Just absolutely trading sideways right now across these candlesticks. So I don't see a lot of price increase with this kind of indicators going on, but it's very flat right now. I still think we're going to get a price decline, but we'll have to wait to see how that goes. Let's take a look at the monthly chart. Again, we're talking about the live cattle futures, the December contracts. Monthly still looks strong. Okay, the monthly still shows strength on all the indicators on the monthly. So long term still looks like there's some strength here. And let me just take a look, see, it's gotten above the 50-month. Got a touch right there at the 50-month. Been pressing upward ever since. Okay. This amplitude, let me zoom in just a little bit here. This amplitude right here is, for recent times, is kind of on the big side, down here at 10.73. So we are getting a little bit of amplitude, simply the distance between the bottom of the candlestick and the 50-month moving average. So just be aware of that distance is as big as we've seen. Back here it was 9.6, and you can tell in recent history anyway, going back to 2019, back to 2019, everything's been really close to the 50. Once it gets above the 50-month, everything else has been below it, right? So it's good to see it above the 50, getting a little bit stretched here. And we'll definitely keep an eye on that. The indicators aren't necessarily saying, okay, watch out, we're going to have a big, massive pullback. Though, what are you at here? We're at 338 for the Big Daddy. I'm just looking at this number, guys and gals, right here. Really important number to watch, this indicator. So today we're at 338 for this month. Let me look at some of the biggest months. 375 is like, here was 353. Back here got as high as 421, which is, kind of rare to get that high. 373. So we're at 383. It's not at a place yet where I'd say, okay, we really need to be super mindful that it's going to pull back. And even on the SMI, looks like there's some more room to go here to the upside on the long term. Okay, let's move over to the weekly. See what we got going on there. Wow. Well, it's a fresh week, but look at last week. Nothing. Just absolutely nothing going on there. Let me look back here. Yeah, look at this back here, guys and gals. This is last November, right here. Look at that. Exactly where we're at right now. Almost exact. It's very interesting, right, to watch seasonal stuff. Doesn't always happen every year, but to me, it looks very, very flat, almost identical to what we had last year. Is that last year? Yeah, sorry, 2 years ago. My bad. 2 years ago. Right, late 2019, in the exact same time frame. Let me see. Is this November here? Yeah, December. Here we go. Yeah, kind of similar. This was last year's time frame, right in here. Just these 3 candlesticks. So it's that time of year where you get this kind of crossover and seasonal crossover, and pricing gets a little weird and just kind of stalls out. So, both years though afterwards, going into December, January, prices increased. Both times that happened. Okay, so who knows? Maybe that'll happen again. We'll see what happens. Right now, prices look flat. A little bit of a notice going on here that we could see pullback in on the weekly time frame. We had that back here, and you can see the big price decline that happened. Okay, it happened over here, but we didn't get that big price decline right away. It came up and just gave us like 2 little down weeks. So sometimes it doesn't happen. Here we had a lot of warnings going on, and we had a price decline that pulled all the way back to the 50-month or 50-week moving average. Okay, so just a little heads up there that looking a little peaky on the weekly. Okay, let's take a look at the hourly chart. Yeah, really struggling to stay above this 50-hour, guys and gals. This is the thing to me that stands out right now, is that, the Big Daddy is kind of on the low side. But I talked about this on Friday, how this gap that's between the bottom of the candlestick and the 50-hour moving average, it just keeps coming down. See how it's getting shorter and shorter to the point where now there's no gap in there at all, right? So you could almost draw a triangle here just on the amplitude. You can see that it's gotten shorter and shorter. Now it's jammed up over here right up against the 50. So we're going to have to wait to see, what does the live cattle futures tell us? Does it really is it going to rebound? Is it going to bounce off this? Because right now, today's candlestick doesn't look like it wants to bounce off. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It looks like there's some weakness going on here, but things have gotten very level, very quiet. Okay? So I'm not going to predict exactly what's going to happen yet. We're going to let this cattle futures pricing, live cattle futures, tell us what it wants. Instinctively looking at the technical data here tells me that it wants to break below. Okay, but it just hasn't done it. And maybe that's a good sign. Let's see, data, daily here. Yeah. Okay, pricing looks weak short term. Last look here at the weekly. That looks weak too. The hourly and the weekly both look like they want to do this. They're just getting ready to do one of those things. So be mindful of that for your ranchers and anybody else, even speculators, whoever's keeping track of the live cattle futures pricing. To me, it looks like it's definitely going to want to stall, at least for another week or two, perhaps in there. It might even see a price decline. Okay, listen, guys, in front of you is the membership, $5.95 a month. I've had a lot of members sign up in the last almost a week now. I've had plenty of members make more than a year's worth of profit off just one trade. Okay, more than a year's worth of membership, several years worth of membership. Okay, so take advantage of what you can. As a matter of fact, I even listened to some of my own advice on the video I put out yesterday on Sunday. Okay, and did a short side trade in the S&P 500, which I'll put that video out later, and made a nice little profit on that today. So look forward to that. Okay, take advantage of that membership while you can, guys and gals, because it's a really good deal. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Really appreciate that. Thumbs up as well. And click that little bell so you get notified of all the videos I put them out. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.